So I just got a new phone. This is the Galaxy Fold 7. Been using this now for just a couple of days, switching over from having my main SIM card on an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'll share some of my first impressions. First, I'll mention about the switching experience. It was mostly straightforward. The only thing that worried me a little bit was transferring over my WhatsApp data. That took about 45 to 50 minutes, so I was a bit nervous, but it all went through. Another thing that was inconvenient was transferring over my banking app. For security reasons here in Malaysia, whenever you switch phones, I also have to reconfirm my banking account. So this meant I had to physically go to an ATM machine to confirm my card, and then I need to wait another 12 hours on my app to get the authentication working. One of my main concerns was also messaging. Both my brother and sister are iPhone users, and I normally message them on Apple's iMessage. I was surprised that RCS worked and the messages are not being sent as MMS. This meant I can send videos and images that are not blurry. I'm glad that's no longer an issue with messaging between Android and iPhone users. Okay, the design and form factor. I love this hardware. It's so thin that opening it is a bit tricky. Not sure how others are doing it, but I'm using my thumbnail to open it like that. I'm also trying out different cases right now. I'll share what they are in a bit. I don't have a favorite yet. These first few days, I've used it in the closed position for about 75% of the time. But when I opened it for browsing or YouTube, it's just a better experience for me, especially when I'm in a car ride. Also, Outlook, the email app I mainly use, looks great on the bigger screen. The crease is also not noticeable when I'm using the phone open, but I could see it if I try to look for it at certain angles. So if I'm using this phone closed for the most part, about 75% of the time, the question is, if I only use the bigger screen for only 25% of the time, do I really need a foldable phone? On the other hand, I'm really happy with this Samsung version of Android. I know it's a small thing, but I'm glad that my app drawer now scroll vertically. It used to annoy me the last time I tried a Samsung phone that I had to scroll up to see the list of apps, then I had to swipe left and right. I also like that there's Gemini now as the default assistant. Last time I had a Samsung phone, Bixby was forced onto me. And of course, there's Circle to search what I love to use. That's not available on the iPhone. I am trying to use some of the default Samsung apps. For example, I'm actually using Samsung Wallet instead of Google Wallet. I was able to add my credit card and I activate it by double clicking the power button. By default, it was a swipe up from the home screen, but I changed it since I prefer to use the gesture navigation instead of the button navigation by default. What's also cool is that I'm able to add my office keycard to the Samsung Wallet by scanning it with the Fold 7. I'll be at the office this week to try it out. I couldn't add my condo keycard, so I think it only works with some cards. Let's talk cameras. It's only been a few days, but I'm happy that the camera on this foldable phone is actually good. I even think some of the photos I've taken are better than the photos I've taken on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Love the colors, contrast, and saturation. Happy with the results so far. My wife also loves it because she can see herself when I'm taking the photo. She can change her poses thanks to that outer display. I haven't taken many videos yet, so that's something I'll play around with this week. Battery life seems okay so far. I know that's one of the main concerns from other reviews. I'll have a better opinion the more I use it. Again, it's only been a couple of days. I did notice that charging takes a bit long. I wish it was faster. So let's talk cases. I prefer thin cases and prefer to have the MagSafe magnets so I can use accessories like the MagSafe tripods that I have. I have 4 cases that I've tried so far and I'll let you know the pros and cons. So let's start with the official cases from Samsung. This is the clear case with the magnet on the back. This is slippery in the pocket, I noticed. It's also not too thin. I prefer thinner cases than this one. I also like that there's enough space on the cutouts so that when I touch the power button for my fingerprint scanning, there's enough room. This one is the carbon case. I like this one because it's really thin. It's not as slippery as the clear case. I really like this one, but the only thing about this is that there's no magnet. I can't use this with my MagSafe tripods. When it comes to third-party cases, this is from Pitaka. I love Aramid cases, and I usually love cases from Pitaka, but I'm not a fan of this one. So it's super thin, good grip, but I feel like the cutout can be bigger. When I scan my fingerprint, the back part of the case is kind of like blocking, or not blocking, but like on the same surface as the power button. So I feel like there should be like a notch. Like if you compare it to the official case, there's like the cutout here is bigger compared to this one. And there's also a sticky tape here, which I don't like since I like to switch cases around. I'm leaving the tape on so it doesn't touch the sticky part. And the case I'm using right now is from like a no-name brand from an online shop on Lazada. It's from a factory in China. It looks like a case made by Pitaka, but it's not. There's enough space for the cutouts, but what I don't like about it is the lines are not perfectly horizontal. So it's a visual thing. It's bothering me, but it might not bother others. I also like that it has a good grip. It won't be slippery in my pocket. So I do have another case coming from Thinborn. Hopefully it addresses all my complaints from the other cases. I'll let you know. All right, so that's my first impressions of the Galaxy Fold 7 so far. Let me know if you have any questions. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the Fold. It fixes the problems I had before with the previous models, where the outside screen is narrow and overall thicker and having a mediocre camera. The question now is whether this form factor is actually for me or if I should just stick to a normal phone. I'll do an update video after spending more time with this phone. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.